Alright, update on Luna. So the last video we made for Luna, we basically said as long as we hold the 618 level at 65 in the micro term, we said that when we were all the way up here at 95, then we should be good for bullish continuation. Now, we literally only came down to 75 before we had a, fairly decent pump. So, today we're up, if I take a price chart, from the open to where we are now, we're up almost 11%, and we were almost up 12% earlier. So really we never came back to backtest the 618, which shows me, at least in the short term, we are looking very bullish. Now, my number one cause for concern about this in the mid to long term is that the RSI is very overextended. But previously, if we do look back at when this coin has become overextended, sometimes it does, it pokes its head above the 70, corrects back down, and then has a huge pump up. In this case, it, pumped and then came up to 81. In this case, it pumped and then came all the way up to 91. In this scenario, we did the same thing. We pumped above it, had a correction, and then went to 91. So at least in the very short term, I am, fairly bullish on this. I do think the top would be somewhere around about 140, at least in the short term. That is the 1.618 target if we do take the fib from the all-time high to the low that we've put in so far. So honestly, like I said, in the short term, this looks extremely bullish. We never even made it back to the 618. We barely made it back to the 0.5, which shows me that, there's a lot of buyers stepping in. Volume is increasing. I would like to see more green daily candles come in. But, as a general rule of thumb, I think if we do break back above this previous resistance that we had at 97.70, then it is pretty much a straight line up. I mean, once we get above 97.70, we've got this previous all-time high at 103, and then once we break above 103, if we do break above 103, we could see, oh sorry, it's the wrong tool, we could basically see a straight line up about a 36% trade. So that's basically all I'm looking for. Personally, right now, I won't be buying Luna, as I do think it's a bit overextended for my liking. I like to buy altcoins when the RSI is down in this region, and I never buy altcoins when they're up here. Even if it is my favorite altcoins or my favorite cryptos, it's just not my trading plan to buy them when they're overextended. So like I said, in the short term, if we break above 97 and then 103, we basically have a straight rocket ship up. If we break 140, then we can start talking about targets all the way up here at 200. But like I said, I believe we would be topping out somewhere around about 140 max, because the RSI is very overextended, and a move like this would probably bring us up to somewhere like the 90s or 91, and then at least in the short term, I would probably argue that, in my opinion, that would be the top. So that's pretty much all I see for Luna. If we get above 103 then, or 104, then we've pretty much got a rocket ship straight up. So that's all I see for Luna. Extremely bullish in the short term. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.